A number of times I've heard that some born-again brothers detest the use of condom. They love it raw. They love it skin to skin. They love it fresh. Hello. Thank you for joining me once again. My name is Abiola Olawale Veracruz. On today's episode of Close to Your Heart, we'll be talking about family planning. Yes, family planning. So, sometimes last week, I and a friend of mine, we were discussing, she's also a mother too, a Christian wife at that, so she's married. So we're talking about family planning, number of children in marriages, and how a lady has been, getting pregnant, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and we were like, oh, what could be responsible? Why do couples go ahead to just give birth? Is it that okay, they are looking for a particular sex, or could it be that it was in error or something? So in the process of that, this friend of mine said that it is interesting to know, you understand, it is interesting to know that a number of so-called believers have always opted for abortion. And I was shocked. In fact, it was worrisome to me. Like, are you for real? No one knows about it and all. And that should it be? So that was where the conversation started from. Should it be? Why should couples? Why should godly married couples opt for abortion? Yes, I know the Bible says be fruitful and multiply, but even at that, fruitfulness and multiplication is not restricted to childbearing alone. One, you can be fruitful in career, in academics, you can multiply financially and all. It doesn't have to be in procreation. You understand? So in the course of that discussion, and we were like, oh, we started examining the options available for couples, to be able to plan their family. One, to be able to birth the number of children they can adequately and comfortably take care of, the number of children their resources can take care of. So we explore the options, and that is the reason why I'm coming out today to talk about family planning in godly marriages. What are the options available? What do you do? You understand? What do you do to plan a family? Now, to start with, the decision to plan a family is not the exclusive preserve of either the man or the woman. The decision is to be taken by both parties. Both parties need to sit down and talk about it. Both parties need to examine what are the resources available to us. What number of children can we adequately take care of with these resources? Now, I've come to discover that a number of times, most men are just interested in having their sexual desires gratified, in having their sexual needs met. Most times, they don't weigh the consequences of that gratification. Most times, they don't consider the outcome of their acts. most times they leave only the women to bear the consequences. Perhaps you must have seen some couples that the wife will approach the husband. Honey, I missed my period. It seems I'm pregnant. And the husband goes like, are you serious? What do you mean? Don't you know what women of your caliber are doing? Excuse me. Don't you know what the women of your caliber are doing? Excuse me. Don't you know what the men of your caliber are doing? So instead of pouring out the blame, instead of pouring out the anger alone on the woman, man, you are also responsible. So behind that gratification, behind that desires, you need to think, am I ready to bring forth a child in this condition? That is why I said both parties need to sit down and talk about it. Having done that, what are the options available? One, we have condoms for both man and woman. There is the male condom, there is a female condom. And both can be purchased over the counter in any supermarket or any pharmaceutical stores. Aside from that, we also have the implantation for women. That is where some kind of hormones are implanted into the woman to ensure that fertilization does not occur in the process of love making. Now, with respect to the issue of condoms, a number of times I've heard that some born-again brothers detest the use of condom. They love it raw. They love it skin to skin. They love it fresh. That is not even the problem. That is not an issue. You love it fresh. Are you ready to procreate? Do you love it? Do you love to hear, I'm pregnant? So I'm leaving you with that to ponder on for the men. Now, for the women, like I said, we have the implantation. We also have the after sex pills. Some call it early morning pills, you know. These are pills that are taken, some are taken before sex and also taken after sex. And some are taken within 72 hours of having sex. So there are options, but I would want to restrict us to just these few that I have mentioned. In case you love bedmatics so much, and yet you want to plan your family, you can visit the nearest hospital to you, the nearest family planning center to you. They will examine you and know the kind of methods suitable to you. But I can guarantee you, the most proper method that does not need any examination, the use of condom and the calendar method, which is the calculation of your normal cycle. That is for those with regular cycle. For those with regular cycle, that is, they already know that this period they will menstruate and everything is falling according to plan. Anything outside that, my brothers and sisters that are married, visit the nearest family planning center to you. Until I come your way again, stay blessed. Thank you. Bye-bye.